Hello students, good afternoon. You are welcome in the second video, second lecture of MST for a chapter of chemical thermodynamics. In the first lecture, first video of MST we have studied introductory part of thermodynamics followed by 15 multiple choice questions MCQ. In the yesterday's lecture, in that first one we have studied introduction, where the points we have covered are conversion of energy, then thermodynamics, what is meant by thermodynamics, then type of systems, properties of system, and in short we have studied a state function. Thermodynamics is a branch of chemistry which deals with study of quantitative relationship between different forms of energy and heat energy, because there are many physical as well as chemical transformations are taking place. Transformations may be taking place naturally or man-made transformations. In those transformations, exchange of energy take place. Form of energy, one form of energy is transformed to another form of energy. Change of energy take place. Conversion of energy take place. And those conversions are studied with the help of branch of chemistry known as thermodynamics. System and surrounding we have studied. Boundary we have studied. System is the part of universe which is under direct consideration for thermodynamic study. Surrounding is the part of universe which is in the immediate neighborhood of the system. Boundary is real or imaginary line which will separate the system from surrounding. Three type of systems we have seen. Open system is a system where there is free exchange of both energy as well as matter take place with the surrounding. All living organisms are open system. Closed system is a system in which only energy can be exchanged but matter remain constant, and isolated system is the system where there is neither exchange of energy nor exchange of matter take place with the surrounding. Two properties of system we have studied: extensive and intensive. Extensive properties are those which are depending on the amount of matter present in the system. Intensive properties are those which are independent of quantity of substance present in the system. We have seen the examples also, and the important point we have studied is that ratio of extensive property is nothing but the intensive property. Ratio of to extensive property is nothing but intensive property. State function is a physical quantity of which change in magnitude depends on magnitude present in the initial state of system and the magnitude present in the final state of the system, but not depending on path of the change, is known as state function. Now see what is meant by thermodynamic equilibrium and what is meant by process, how the process take place and what are types of the processes. Those points we have to cover in this lecture. See over here. For example, initial state of the system is A. A is nothing but the initial state of system where pressure is P1, volume V1, temperature T1 and internal energy U1. If A is converted to B by different route, different path. Here A is converted to B. At that time pressure P1 become equal to pressure P2. This is a final pressure now. Initial volume V1 become final volume V2. Initial temperature T1 become final temperature T2, and initial internal energy U1 become final internal energy U2. T1, V1, T1, U1 become T2, V2, T2 and U2 whenever A is converted to B by the first path. So let us consider the initial pressure P1 will be equal to 1 atmosphere. Whenever A is converted to B, its final pressure P2 it become equal to 4 atmosphere. So what is the change in pressure? Change in pressure delta P will be equal to P2 minus P1, and that is equal to 4 minus 1, or it is equal to 3 atmosphere. Whenever A is converted to B by first path, change in pressure will be 3 atmosphere. Now, instead of this first path, if A is converted to B by this path, shortest route, second route is a shortest route. There also P1 become P2, means 1 atmosphere become 4 atmosphere. So change in pressure is 3 atmosphere. Same. Change in pressure depends on which factor? Change in pressure depends on pressure in the initial state and pressure in the final state, but independent of path. Or if we consider A converted to B by such a longest route, longest path is used, longest route is used, and A is converted to B. That time also P1 become equal to P2, means 1 atmosphere become 4 atmosphere. Therefore change in pressure is 3 atmosphere. Now here what we have done? We have converted A to B by first, second as well as third path. Every time change in pressure remain constant. So change in pressure is constant independent of path. Change in pressure is not depending on path followed by the change, but it depends on which factor? It depends on magnitude in initial state and the magnitude in final state. Therefore these are known as state functions. These are nothing but the state functions. So what is state function? State function is a physical quantity of which change in magnitude depends on magnitude in initial state of system and the magnitude in final state of the system. Same as that of pressure, change in volume remain constant, change in temperature remain constant, change in internal energy remain constant. All of them, pressure, volume, temperature and internal energy, their changes are depending on magnitude in initial state of system and the magnitude in final state of the system, but independent of path. Therefore they are known as state functions. And now what is state of system? See over here we have to study state of system. State A state has pressure P1, it has the pressure P1, volume V1, temperature T1 and internal energy U1. State B has the pressure P2, volume V2, temperature T2 and internal energy U2. Now A is converted to B. A state is different because state functions of A are different. B is different from A because this set of state functions. See what is the word? Set of state functions will decide the state of system. State of system is decided with the help of set of state functions. So here A is different state and B is different state because a set of state functions is different. Now suppose here we have the pressure, volume, temperature and internal energy P1, P1, T1 and U1. Now can you tell me whether A and B are same or different? Now they are same. So this is not B. At that time this is also A, because a set of state functions for this state and for this state is same. Therefore they are not different states. But suppose the pressure become P2. For this A it is P1, but here it become P2. Now can it this will be A or something different? It is different, and now this is termed as B, because at least one of the state function is different. So state of system can be explained with the help of a set of state functions. If any one of the state function for two different states is different, it is considered that those two different states are not identical. They are different from each other. So maybe one or maybe all state functions are same or different, so that state of the system can be changed. Now let us consider for state A, P1, V1, T1 and U1 are constant. They are constant. They are not changing. They are constant, not changing, means this is present at equilibrium. This is known as thermodynamic equilibrium. This is a state of thermodynamic equilibrium. A state is nothing but the state of thermodynamic equilibrium. So what happens after that? Slowly pressure, volume, temperature and internal energy are changing. Slowly they are changing, maybe increased or decreased, they are changing. So at this level equilibrium is disturbed. In between A to B there is no equilibrium, and again at B all state functions are constant. Here also it is the state of thermodynamic equilibrium. So whenever A is converted to B, what happens? One thermodynamic state of equilibrium is transformed to the another thermodynamic state of equilibrium, and in between that this change is known as a process. So what is process? Process is nothing but the transformation of one thermodynamic state of system to the another thermodynamic state of system which are at equilibrium. This is the thermodynamic equilibrium state of system, because all the state functions are remaining constant. This is the another thermodynamic equilibrium state of the system, and in between them, whenever A is converted to B, one thermodynamic state of equilibrium is transformed to the another thermodynamic equilibrium state, and that is known as a process. That is nothing but the process. And now depending on which of the state function remaining constant, there are different type of processes. So let us see the different processes one by one. iso and thermal, two words. Iso stands for constant and thermal stands for the temperature. The processes which are carried out at constant temperature are known as isothermal processes. So let T1 is the temperature in initial state of system, T2 is temperature in the final state of the system. Isothermal processes are the processes carried out at constant temperature. Therefore T1 is equal to T2 and change in temperature delta T, final temperature minus initial temperature, it is equal to 0 because initial temperature and final temperature are same. Therefore change in temperature is 0 and we know temperature directly affects the magnitude of internal energy. Since change in temperature is 0, change in internal energy is also equal to 0. The processes which are carried out at constant temperature or constant internal energy are known as isothermal processes. Here the temperature remain constant, internal energy of the system also remain constant. Temperature is not 0. See here, temperature is not 0 but change in temperature is 0. Internal energy is not 0 but change in internal energy is 0. That is about the isothermal process. Second type of process is isochoric process. The process which is carried out at constant volume. Constant volume means initial volume is equal to final volume and change in volume will be equal to 0. Similarly, third type of process is adiabatic process. Adiabatic process. The process, see, this is the adiabatic process in which no change of heat take place. No exchange of heat take place in between system and surrounding. Q will be equal to 0, known as adiabatic process. Fourth process is isobaric process. Isobaric process. This is the process which is carried out at constant pressure. The processes carried out at constant pressure are known as isobaric processes. Therefore, pressure in initial state of system P1 is equal to pressure in the final state of system P2. Change in pressure delta P is equal to P2 minus P1 and that is equal to 0. So change in pressure is 0 for isobaric process. Then reversible process. Fifth type of process is nothing but the reversible process. See, reversible processes are the processes which will obey certain conditions of reversibility. What are the conditions? In regular syllabus also we have studied. Reversible processes are the processes in which both acting as well as opposing force is present. The magnitude of acting force is almost equal to opposing force, or there is a very little difference in between the acting force and opposing force present. These are very slow processes. They are taking place in large number of the steps, very large number of steps. They are man-made processes, not naturally occurring. And at each step of conversion of initial state to the final state, there is free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place. There is a free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place, known as reversible process. You got it? What are the conditions of reversibility? First condition, both acting as well as opposing force must be present. The difference between acting and opposing force is very small. The processes should be very slow. They are the processes taking place in large number of steps. They are man-made processes. They are non-naturally occurring, means man-made processes, and at each step of conversion of reactant to the product there is free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place, known as reversible process. Sixth type of process, irreversible process. The process which will not obey the conditions of reversibility are irreversible. So what are these processes? In these processes what happen? In these processes the magnitude of acting force and opposing force, they are not same. There is a very big difference between the magnitude of acting and opposing force present. Very big difference is there. They are fast processes, fast. They are taking place in only one step. They are naturally occurring processes, and there is no maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place, are known as irreversible processes. And one more additional process here I am telling you. Additional process, seventh one, is nothing but the cyclic process. See, cyclic process. This cyclic process we have not studied in the regular syllabus. But see over here, what is meant by cyclic process? Suppose A is converted to B, B is converted to C, C converted to D, D converted to E, E is converted to F, F converted to G, and G is not stable. So again it is converted to A. So what happens in this process? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, and again G is converted to A. We have started with A, and after a series of changes, after the series of operations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in all 7 changes we have done, and at the end we will get the original state of system. We have started with A, many changes are done, and at the end of operation original state of the system is restored. Original state of system is reobtained, restored, is known as a cyclic process. For example, ice on heating absorb heat, converted to liquid water again absorb heat, converted to gaseous water releases heat, minus heat, converted to liquid water whenever kept in a freeze loses heat, minus heat, and converted to ice. So we have started with ice and we have ended with the ice. Therefore it is known as a cyclic process. The processes in which series of operations are done, series of operations are performed, and at the end of operation original state of system is back restored, reobtained, is known as a cyclic process. So with that we have completed the thermodynamic processes, 7 type of processes on the basis of constancy of thermodynamic state function. They are isothermal, carried out at constant temperature and internal energy; isochoric, carried out at constant volume; adiabatic, no exchange of heat; isobaric, carried out at constant pressure; reversible process, taking place in large number of steps, small steps are there, acting and opposing force is present, equilibrium is maintained; irreversible process, the process in which no conditions of reversibility are obeyed; and cyclic process, the process in which many operations are performed and at the end operation original state of system is back restored, reobtained, is known as a cyclic process. Now let us see multiple choice questions. First of all, we are studying the questions from classical thinking, then critical thinking, and at last we will study the questions from competitive exams. So let us start with classical thinking. In the lecture number 1 we have completed questions up to question number 10. Question number 10 we have completed in the lecture number 1. So let us start with question number 11, multiple choice questions. See question number 11. An example for extensive property is. Example for extensive property is. They have given the examples. Before that, we must know what is meant by extensive property. The properties which are depending on amount of matter present in the system are extensive properties. 4 options given. Refractive index. Is it extensive or intensive? Intensive, because that is not depending on amount of matter. Second, viscosity. Viscosity is also intensive. Viscosity is intensive property, independent of amount of matter present in the system. Then internal energy. Internal energy means energy is the capacity to do work. Energy is capacity to do work, and energy depends on amount of matter present in the system. So that is extensive. Last option is temperature. Temperature is intensive. Internal energy is extensive property because internal energy depends on amount of matter present in the system. Therefore, for question number 11, option C is correct. Internal energy. Question number 12. The intensive property among the following quantities is. Now intensive, which are independent of amount of matter. First option, heat capacity. Heat capacity we have studied in the first lecture. Heat capacity depends on amount of matter present in the system. Therefore, that is extensive. Second option is mass upon volume. Mass is extensive, volume is extensive, but mass upon volume is density. That is nothing but the intensive property. So second option is correct. Mass upon volume. Second option, option B is correct, because mass upon volume is density, gram per unit volume, and that is constant, independent of amount of matter present in the system. 13. The property of system which depends only on initial and final state of system and not on path followed is known as. 4 options: state function, change of state, equilibrium, state variable. We have seen the definition. State function is a physical quantity of which change in magnitude depends only on magnitude in the initial state and magnitude in the final state, but independent of path followed by the change. Therefore, option A is correct. State function. Now question number 14. In an isothermal expansion of gas, isothermal means carried out at constant temperature and constant internal energy. So change in internal energy and change in temperature is 0. Here 4 options: delta P 0, delta V 0, delta U 0, delta W 0. So what is 0 in this process? Isothermal process, delta U is 0. So option C. For question number 14, option C is correct. Question number 15. In case of an ideal gas undergoing transformation where delta T is 0, for the process its internal energy. We have studied for isothermal process change in temperature is 0 and also change in internal energy is 0, and they have given delta T is equal to 0, and they have asked delta U. What is delta U? Delta U is also 0, means internal energy remain constant. So which is the correct option out of 4? It is the fourth option, because first is internal energy increases, second decreases, third decreases, and last remains fixed. So last option is correct. Question number 15, option D is correct. 16, 17, then question number 18, question number 19. See what is question number 16. For an isobaric process, which of the following is true? For isobaric process, we have studied the processes which are carried out at constant pressure. Constant pressure means P1 is equal to P2. Therefore, change in pressure delta P is equal to 0. Those processes to which change in pressure delta P is 0, which are carried out at constant pressure, are known as isobaric processes. So which is the correct option? A. Now question number 17. For an isoporic process, isoporic now, iso means constant, core means volume. For an isoporic process, the change in dash dash, what is 0 over there? Change in volume is 0, because isoporic processes are the processes in which volume remains constant. V1 is equal to V2. Change in volume delta V is V2 minus V1, that is equal to 0. Therefore, change in volume is 0. Question number 17 we are studying. What is that question? For an isoporic process, the change in dash dash, option A, pressure is 0, B, volume is negative, C, volume is 0, D, temperature is 0. So what is 0 over here? Option C. Change in volume is 0, known as isoporic process. Now question number 18. An adiabatic process is 1. See, question number 18. An adiabatic process is 1 in which what happens in the adiabatic process? No exchange of heat take place. So option A, all energy is transferred as heat. B, volume of system remain constant. There is not exchange of heat between system and surrounding. So for adiabatic process, as Q is equal to 0, no exchange of heat between system and surrounding take place. Therefore, option C is correct. For question number 18, in an adiabatic process, there is no exchange of heat between system and surrounding take place. 19. All irreversible processes are taking place in only one direction. They are naturally occurring processes, means they are fast processes, they are spontaneous processes. Naturally occurring processes are irreversible, fast, one step, and naturally occurring processes. So which is the correct option? Here it is a spontaneous. Irreversible processes are spontaneous processes. Last option is correct, D. And question number 20. A process in which system comes to its initial state through a number of different processes. 7 type of process, 7th one. In the 7th cyclic process, what I have told you, series of operations are performed, and at the end of operation, original state of the system is back restored. That is known as a cyclic process. And here is that question: a process in which system comes to initial state through number of different processes is called dash dash. So what is the option? Cyclic process. Last option is correct. So this is about the classical thinking questions from the point of today's lecture. Now let us see second type of questions, critical questions. Now see critical thinking questions, page number 83. In lecture number 1 we have completed first 6 questions. In lecture number 1 first 6 questions we have completed. So let us start with question number 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have to study these questions. 7, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So let us see one by one. Question number 7. Which of the following is state function as well as intensive property? State function as well as intensive property. Now we must know what is meant by state function. It is the function, physical quantity of which change in magnitude depends on magnitude in initial and final state, but not depending on the path followed. And we must know intensive. Intensive properties are the properties of which magnitude is independent of amount of matter present in the system. So first is molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity remain constant. So that is intensive property, but that is not a state function. Heat capacity is not a state function. Second, internal energy. Internal energy is a state function, and that is extensive property. State function but extensive property. What we have to identify? The physical quantity which is state function as well as intensive. So internal energy is a state function, but that depends on amount of matter, that is extensive, not answer. Then temperature. See, temperature is state function. Change in temperature we can calculate. Temperature is state function and that is also intensive, independent of amount of matter present in the system. So correct option is C. Third option is correct. Temperature is nothing but intensive property as well as that is a state function. Question number 8. Equation of gaseous state is given by the relation. For gaseous state, n moles of gaseous state, by combining Boyle's law and Charles law, Avogadro's law, we know PV is equal to nRT, and that is the direct answer over here. Third option C. PV is equal to nRT is the equation for ideal gases. Then thermodynamic state of gas refers to, thermodynamic state of gas refers to volume, pressure, temperature, all of these. What we have studied? What is thermodynamic state function? What is state of the system? State of system depends on which factor? That depends on the set of conditions of state function. and these are all the state functions. Therefore, for question number 9, the thermodynamic state of gas refers to volume as well as pressure as well as temperature. So all of these. Last option is correct. Option D is correct. Question number 10. This is important. A system is said to be thermodynamic equilibrium when system is said to be present at thermodynamic equilibrium when, see what happened, temperature of system is non-uniform, means temperature is not constant. Is it at equilibrium? No. So first is wrong. Second, the mechanical properties is non-uniform. Mechanical property is non-uniform, not constant, means that is also not at equilibrium. Wrong. Option C, state function of the system do not change with time. That is correct. All the state functions remain constant. At that time we can say that the system is present at an equilibrium. Therefore, correct option is C. Any process, any system is supposed to be present at a state of equilibrium whenever all its state functions remain constant. Question number 11. When the composition of system does not change with time, then the system is in dash dash equilibrium. Composition remain constant means chemical composition remain constant. Chemical composition is not changing. So what is the type of equilibrium? Chemical equilibrium. Temperature constant means thermal equilibrium. Pressure constant means mechanical equilibrium. Composition constant means chemical equilibrium, because their chemical composition remains same. Therefore, the correct option is B. Chemical composition remains same in initial state of system as well as in the final state of system. No change in chemical composition take place. Question number 12. See the question. Mark the false statement regarding thermodynamic process. False statement. They have given 4 statements. We have to identify false. First one, a reversible change is change in which the pressure remain constant. Pressure remain constant. Reversible change. It is right. In the reversible process, almost the pressure is constant. There is a little bit difference. Second, an adiabatic change is change in which system is completely isolated in thermal sense. That is correct. In adiabatic process, the system is thermally isolated. That is correct. True, not false. We have to identify false. Option C. In isochoric process, the volume of system remain constant. In isochoric process, volume of system remain constant. That is also true, because isochoric processes are the processes which are carried out at constant volume. So this is also true. Last, all the natural processes are irreversible processes. All the natural processes are irreversible processes. Naturally occurring processes are taking place in only one direction. Only in one direction. So they are irreversible processes. This is true. So what is the false statement? First one, a reversible change is change in which pressure remain constant. They have given the pressure is remaining constant. It is not constant in reversible process. There is a slight difference in pressure take place. There is a slight difference in pressure is present, known as that is the reversible process. Now question number 13. So here correct option for question number 12. I have told you the correct option is A over here. And last question number 13. Which of the following is non-spontaneous? Non-spontaneous means which of the following is non-spontaneous means non-naturally occurring process. First one, water flow downhill from higher level to lower level, water flow, that is a spontaneous. Second, expansion of gas in vacuum, that is also spontaneous. Then evaporation of water from clothes during drying, that is also spontaneous. Naturally clothes can be dried naturally. There is evaporation of the water take place naturally from the clothes, that is spontaneous. And last, heat flow from cold body to hot body, that is non-spontaneous. Transfer of heat naturally taking place from hot end to cold end. Here they have given cold to hot, so cold to hot is nothing but the non-spontaneous process. Now let us see third type of questions, that is questions from competitive thinking, competitive examination, competitive thinking questions. Here in competitive thinking we have not taken any questions, so let us start with question number 1. If in a container neither mass nor heat exchange occurs, then it constitutes a. See question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The question number 1 is, in a container there is neither exchange of mass nor exchange of energy take place. So which is this type of system? 3 type of systems we have studied. In open system both energy as well as mass is exchanged. In the closed system only exchange of energy take place but matter is not exchanged. And in isolated system neither exchange of energy nor exchange of matter take place. So here option C is correct. It is isolated system. Second, a well-stoppered thermos flask contains some ice cubes. This is example of thermos flask containing the matter is example of which type of system? Isolated system, because that is thermally isolated, insulated. It is the option C here also. Or question number 1 as well as question number 2, option C is correct. Third question, question number 4, third is there, that is what we are not studying. Question number 4, identify intensive quantity from the following. We have to identify intensive, which are independent of amount of matter present in the system. Intensive. First, enthalpy and temperature. Temperature is intensive, but what is enthalpy? That depends on volume. Volume is extensive, therefore A is not correct. Second, volume and temperature. Volume is extensive and temperature is intensive. That is not correct. Third, enthalpy and volume. Enthalpy is extensive, volume is also extensive, so that is not correct. And last, temperature and refractive index. Here both are intensive, both are independent of amount of matter present in the system. So option B is correct. Now question number 5. For an adiabatic process, adiabatic. What is 0 for adiabatic process? We have studied different processes. For isothermal process, delta T is 0. For isochoric process, delta V is 0. For isobaric process, delta P is 0, and for adiabatic process, Q is equal to 0. Q, no exchange of heat to take place. Therefore, second option is correct. No exchange of heat take place. And let us see one more question. In thermodynamics, a process is called reversible when the process is reversible. Number 1, first option, surrounding and system change into each other. Second, there is no boundary between system and surrounding. Third, the surrounding are always in equilibrium with system. So in the reversible process, there must be a free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place. So option C is correct. C option is correct, because in reversible process there should be a free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place. See, whatever the questions here we are studying, whatever the questions we have possible to take it over here, as per the limit of time we are completing over here, and the remaining questions you have to solve as a homework. So do more and more practice in order to solve the multiple choice questions. We will stop over here.